so much. May I now invite Dr. Ovunda's Image.com drama group.
They stand in line, eyes upon each other, eager for the course that will change their lives forever. Some are there out of a childhood dream. Some are there just to fulfill one of their parents' whim. Some are there because they always got good grades. Others because nothing else made sense. I have told you to allow my daughter to read what she wants to read.
Neighbor, calm down. Eh? What did they happen for this compound where you and your pikin no go allow us rest?
I wonder.
My brother, look at my friend. You see his daughter? She is the medical doctor. I want my daughter to be a medical doctor, but she won't agree. She said she wants to study fishery. Imagine, and her mother here is siding her.
Allow me. I only said you should allow my daughter to read the course of her choice.
Read what?
Did I say anything wrong?
Don't you want her to
allow
make
her to
sense
read
out of
it.
her life?
Let her do what she wants to do.
What do they make noise? They make noises. Oh yeah, you don't talk. You will be the fire, you don't talk. The mother, you don't talk to. And you make on allow the pikin, make she talk to now. Make we hear from her. I will not be so. Make we hear from her. Oh yeah, pikin, tell us what you want to.
Mom, Dad, I want to study fishery.
Never! Not in my house.
Dad,
Who is going to pay your school fees? My money for fishery.
Unfortunately, very unfortunate, this number will decrease. Sadly, these lofty dreams will cease. Look at her. She wants to study the course of her choice, but her father says no. These choices will not be made just because she wants to do what she wants to do. No. She wants to read her course, but her father, because of what? Is it only medicine people read? These choices will not be made only because of that.
Girl, I am tired.
Tired of what?
I am so tired of this course. I am tired of studying medicine. I mean, I told my dad I want to study fishery, but he insisted I study medicine. Now look at me.
So what will you do? Will you quit now or what?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many books to read. I'm tired.
It will decrease. It will decrease when some volunteer to opt out. After wondering what sort of journey is this, it will decrease. When some fail courses, look at her. After studying the medicine, she's failing her courses and she's regretting. Then they will be forced to make the choice that they were supposed to make 6 years ago. Should I go or should I stay?
performance of Not an All-Comers Affair. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for their speech and presentation, may I invite the first set of the Rivers State University medical students now in their clinical year.
May I be permitted to respect the order of protocol that has been issued for this event. But I would love to recognize some noble dignitaries who are here today. Your Excellency, Governor Nyesom Wike, the Lion Killer, the Doyen of Infrastructure of Rivers State. The Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Dr. Buhari Banigo, the MDCN Chairman, Professor Abba Hassan. Welcome to Rivers State University. The Pro-chancellor of Rivers State University, Honorable Justice Icheundu, retired, the Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Unnerum Okobile, the Provost of the Medical College, Professor Chitru Oluwene, and the staff and esteemed students of this great university. My name is Jeremiah Cornerstone, and I serve as the president of this very noble association of medical students. We are the pioneer set, the first set of medical students that this state university has produced today. Your Excellency, on behalf of the Rivers State University Medical Students Association and the pioneer medical students in Rivers State University, we acknowledge your exalted position as the #1 citizen of the treasure base of this nation. I appreciate the benevolence of Governor Nyesom Wike in prioritizing our education and welfare by erecting this ultra-modern masterpiece for our training in the state. You are indeed a doyen of infrastructure. Your administration has transformed the Rivers State University to the foremost citadel of learning with a professional discipline as enviable and endearing as medicine and surgery. This shows your commitment to adequately cater for the health needs of the good people of Rivers State as a requisite manpower that is needed to man the health facilities which have been newly commissioned by you, have been given this gigantic edifice to train. Your Excellency, this massive investment in health infrastructure will strengthen our health system and give the College of Medical Sciences the excellent chance at accreditation exercises from the National Universities Council and the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, NDCN. It will provide more space and facilities for more medical students to be trained in the state. As Rivers State University currently is the premium choice for medical training in the country for obvious reasons. One of them, Mr. Governor, is that during the ASU strike, which lasted about 8 months, the Rivers State University was not part of it. And our academic sessions were not truncated. We are happy, we are grateful for that which you have done for us. Your Excellency, indeed our joy knows no bounds. As we recall with great delight that the Rivers State students, those of Rivers origin, have been placed on a full scholarship, and none of us have been made to pay a dime. This has relieved our parents of the harsh existential realities of our current economy. We also know that this gesture will stay with us as we begin our journey as physicians in the next 2 years. Your Excellency, sir, we would love to use this opportunity to plead that the dividends of this benevolence you have shown to our class as a pioneer set be extended to other students of the Rivers origin. Thank you very much, sir, as we know you are capable of doing this for us. We also appreciate the Pro-chancellor and the Vice-Chancellor of the University, the amiable Provost of the Medical College, the Deans of the Faculties of Basic Clinical Sciences and Clinical Sciences for their commitment to ensure that this edifice was completed in record time. With a deep sense of humility, Mr. Project, we passionately appeal to you, our own Mr. Project, to extend your Midas touch on the hostel buildings for us, so that our transit and our movement from the classrooms down to the hostel will be made at ease. Thank you, Mr. Project, for promoting and prioritizing the growth and development of Rivers people, especially in the education and the health sector. We are indeed grateful for all that you have done. As a token of our appreciation and gratitude to you, Mr. Project, we wish to present this award of honor to our own governor, Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, in recognition of your passion and love for the medical students training in Rivers State University. My name is Jeremiah Cornerstone. Long live Rivers State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Governor Wike. God bless the Rivers State students. Thank you very much, and God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for the project description, may I invite Architect Dr. Kelechukwu Dimpa, Acting Director of Physical Planning and Development, Rivers State University.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, CON, GSSRS, POS Africa. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Dr. Ipalebo Harry Banigo. Your Excellency, sir, please permit me to stand on an existing protocol already established to describe this wonderful project. Your Excellency, the composition of these extremely beautiful buildings, which are second to none in Africa, and may be described as one of the leading medical college structures in the world, are as follows. For Faculty of Clinical Science building, facilities include a lecture auditorium with a seating capacity of 800 students per time, 6 large double rooms offices for the 6 HODs in the faculty and their secretarial staffs, all fitted with inbuilt conveniences, 32 professorial offices, all in suite with adjoining offices for their secretarial staffs and conveniences. This is specifically designed to house all clinical professors in the college, that is professors in basic clinical sciences and clinical sciences. We have 35 offices for other academic and administrative staffs, dean's offices together with office of secretary to the dean, and waiting room, all with inbuilt toilet facilities. 1 large office and its component for the associate dean, 1 large office for faculty officer, 1 large office for faculty accountant, total number of 77 offices altogether for faculty of clinical science building, 1 large clinical skill laboratory, seating 150 students per time, 1 large e-library to serve both faculties, 4 number seminar rooms, each seating 100 students per time, 4 number classrooms, each seating 100 students per time, 1 public health museum, 1 public health laboratory, a total of 78 conveniences approximately located within the 4 floors of the clinical sciences, 1 large conference meeting room, 1 large meeting hall, 1 elevator, 8 shops, and 5 stores. Your Excellency, for the Faculty of Basic Clinical Science building, facilities include a lecture auditorium seating 300 students per time, 39 offices for academic and administrative staffs, 1 dean office, together with office of the secretary to the dean and waiting room, all with inbuilt toilet facilities, 1 large office for the associate dean, deputy dean, 10 large professors' offices, 5 large HOD's office, 1 large office for the faculty officer, 1 large office for the accountant, a total of 58 offices altogether. We have 1 large multipurpose laboratory capable of holding 150 students per time with associated structure, 4 preparatory rooms, 4 stores and conveniences. 1 large pharmacology laboratory capable of holding up to 150 students per time with associated storerooms, preparatory rooms and conveniences. 1 anatomical pathology museum, 5 number of seminar rooms, each are sitting about 80 students per time. We have 4 number of classrooms, each are sitting 100 students per time. A total number of 65 conveniences, approximately located within the 5 floors of the basic clinical building. We have 2 large conference rooms / meeting halls, 1 elevator and 5 stores. And for the external, Your Excellency, we have 2 security posts manning the main gate and the back gate. We have internal roads and drainages. We have water reticulation and storage. We have a generator house and a generator set housing 500 kVA soundproof generating set. We have other buildings within the premises and located very close to the faculty buildings or at various stages of completion and can serve as structures for future development and expansion of the college and also as part of the hostel accommodation for clinical students. Your Excellency, sir, it may interest you to know that the installation and furniture and equipment of this project is still ongoing. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, everybody. God bless.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I invite to give his goodwill message the Chairman, Nigeria Medical Association, River State Chapter.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of River State, His Excellency Sir Wike, CON, GSSRS Life Bencher, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of River State, our mother, Dr. Mrs. Buhari Banigo, our medical elder, our distinguished guest, Professor Haba Hassan, OON, Fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons, Fellow of the West African College of Surgeons, the Chairman of the Medical and Dental Council, the only man that can stop me from being a medical doctor tomorrow, if he decides to do so and if I'm found wanting. Your Excellencies, kindly permit me to adopt already existing protocol. Your Excellency, I want to thank you very much, and 10,000 tons is not enough to thank you for this edifice, for the medical college. Thank you for understanding the uniqueness of medical education, because medical education is quite unique. We are only a set of people that use both human and non-human subjects in teaching, learning, and training. We are the only set of lecturers that go into the clinics, teach, operate, and still go back to the classroom and then lecture and do examination and mark papers and release results. So that makes us very, very unique. We are the only set of very unique people that needs everything and every support. And that is why, Your Excellency, you will reason with me that the huge amount of resources that have been invested in medical education will be almost equivalent to setting up another university outside the medical school. So thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this edifice. I must sincerely say that literally it's only a man with a literal cardiomegaly that has capacity, and an accentuated capacity can go into this kind of huge project. And we say, thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, I must say that the lecture halls and this edifice will be used for medical training and we'll ensure that we train medical students that will stand the test of time. Students that will be of high ethical standard, students that can go outside this country, even though we are trying to discourage brain drain and human capital flight. We don't know, some of them might still can't leave. But when they go outside this country, these students will stand with their peers, and within the conference of other doctors, they will stand the test of time and be proud that we trained them in Rivers State University. Your Excellency, sir, we most sincerely thank you for this edifice and for these lecture halls that you have been able to provide for the Rivers State University. I want to take a leave from the president of the Nigerian Medical Association. I want to say that some couple of months ago, the past president of NMA came to this ground and started the foundation, or laid the foundation for this project. And today, we are commissioning this project. That means this project was not abandoned. And yesterday, my president, the national president of NMA, categorically stated that project abandonment is a very big disaster to this country economically. But Your Excellency, you have been able to demystify this, and this project is well commissioned. I must say, our distinguished guests, that shows that these other structures you're seeing around was not started by this administration. This administration did not start this project. The one started by this the administration is already completed, so there is no project abandonment. Your Excellency, on behalf of the State Officers Committee and the State Executive Council of the Nigerian Medical Association, we want to thank you sincerely for initiating, for starting commissioning of this project, for initiating it, for executing it, and for summarily commissioning this project today. We say thank you and God bless you. Thank you, God bless you, distinguished guests.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give a speech, may I invite the Vice-Chancellor of Rivers State University, Professor Nlerum S. Okobule.
Your Excellency, Nyesom Ezenwo Wike, CON, GSSRS, POS Africa, Life Venture, and the Governor of Rivers State, a governor that we are proud of, visitor of Rivers State University. Your Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Ipalebo Hari Banigo, Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Right Honorable Ikoyi Ibani, Speaker, Rivers State House of Assembly, the special guest of honor today, Professor Abba Hassan, ON, FRCS, Fellow West African College of Surgeons, and Chairman, the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. Your Excellency, kindly permit me to stand on the already established protocol. Your Excellency, it is my special pleasure as Vice-Chancellor of the University to welcome you and your entourage to this commissioning ceremony today. This ceremony is historic, not only for us as a university, but for the entire Rivers State. That we are here to commission these two faculty buildings, namely Faculty of Clinical Sciences and Faculty of Basic Clinical Sciences buildings, speak volumes about your sagacity and commitment to the improvement of medical services in the state. I want to state without equivocation that as a university, we are overwhelmed with joy at this occasion as the project was initiated, commenced, and completed by Your Excellency in a record time of 1 year and 5 months. That is a record achievement. The key to this achievement is Your Excellency's unwavering commitment towards the completion of the project, in consideration of which you released 100% of the funds for the project. The contractors therefore had no excuse whatsoever for not going on with the project. They could not complain of lack of funds. Secondly, sir, we are blessed with a Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Honorable Justice Iche N. Undo, who equally showed uncommon commitment and interest in the project and was always monitoring the progress of work in conjunction with the management of the university. Your Excellency, as a distinguished alumnus of the Rivers State University, an award-winning governor of Rivers State, and a consummate political strategist, you are now the talk of the town, and we are proud of you. It is on this score that I am moved to state with all amount of emphasis at my disposal that you are a special gift to this university, Rivers State and Nigeria as a whole, because of the dynamic and inclusive way you have piloted the affairs of the state this past 7.5 years. As I said, we are very, very proud of you. God will continue to bless you in Jesus' name. Your Excellency, sir, drawing from your long line of support for the Rivers State University, as evidenced in the numerous projects commissioned and completed and commissioned by you in this university. The recent one was the commissioning of the campuses at Ahoda, Emoha, and the Che. I only wish to mention that even here, today, Your Excellency, when your attention was drawn to the fact that you had approved the release of funds for the scholarship for the medical students, Your Excellency immediately approved the release of the funds. Your Excellency, we appreciate you. We cannot thank you enough for your support for your university. It only remains for me to mention, as a human being, that we still have just one issue that is outstanding. That is the request for the release of the 50% of the funds for the nursing building project in the main campus of our university. Work is ongoing on that project, and the way you have always done, as work is going on, we have briefed you. We'll also brief you about where we have reached for the remaining 50% to be released. Your Excellency, sir, let me, in this celebratory mood, inform you and the distinguished audience that the university is highly appreciative of the conducive working environment that you have provided for the staff and students of the university, such that even when other universities were closed for about 8 months, Rivers State University was functioning and functioning well. As our university is therefore now one of first choice among candidates seeking admission, particularly those in this region. And of course, it now has a deserved respect in the Committee of Universities in Nigeria. It is from this enviable position, sir, that I wish to humbly reassure you of our unwavering commitment to the sustenance of this uninterrupted academic program, and of course, to ensure that we promote academic excellence in Rivers State University. That is the assurance I'm giving you on behalf of the staff and students of Rivers State University. Finally, sir, permit me to declare here that for these legacy projects that are littered all over Rivers State University and the state in general, posterity will accord you positive recognition and deserved accolades. Our earnest prayer, sir, is that the good Lord will continue to guide and protect you and your family in these difficult times, in Jesus' name. Thank you, and God bless all of us.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give his address, may I respectfully invite the Pro-Chancellor, Chairman, Governing Council of the Rivers State University, Honorable Justice Iche N. Undo, retired, OFR DSSRS.
Your Excellency, Nyesom is one Wike, Commander of the Order of the Niger, GSSRS, POS, Life Bencher, Nigerian Body of Benchers, Visitor of Rivers State University, and Governor of Rivers State. Your Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Ipalibo Harry Banigo, DSSRS, Deputy Governor of Rivers State. Our distinguished guest of honor, Professor Abba Hassan, Chairman, Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. Your Excellency, let me pay respects to the Registrar and representatives of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, MDCN, on accreditation visit to our College of Medical Sciences and Rivers State University Teaching Hospital. They are part of this commissioning. Registrar, please, may we see you? And the rest of the representatives, could you please stand up, take a bow, and sit down? A round of applause for them. Your Excellency, let me stand on the laid down protocols. This is an incredible occasion for this university, in that it marks the fulfillment of the promise made by His Excellency, Governor Nyesom Wike, on the 29th of November 2019 to the National University. The NUC representatives were on resource verification to our College of Medical Sciences. At that occasion, they informed His Excellency that before the university would be accredited by the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria to proceed to the clinicals, Rivers State needed to show bona fide commitment to the application by commencing construction of the buildings for the faculties of basic clinical sciences, and pathology building. What was really expected of the states was to show a faithful commitment by commencing the construction of the buildings. The delivery period was expected to be within 3 or 4 or even 5 years. I remember with great affection how His Excellency accepted the challenge and said he would give executive directives to commence the construction of the buildings and engage suitable lecturers for the College of Medical Sciences. The Bureau on Public Procurement forwarded to His Excellency their review of the drawings and designs with baselines for these buildings on the 8th of January 2021. And on the same day, His Excellency approved the recommended sums for the construction of the buildings, supply and installation of medical equipment and furniture. Shortly after that, he directed the Ministry of Finance to release 100% of the approved sums for the buildings. The foundation stones of the buildings were laid on the 5th of June 2021. And in about 17 months after that, we are here today for the ceremonial commissioning of the faculties of basic clinical sciences and clinical sciences buildings. The acting director of physical planning has described what the faculty of basic clinical sciences and clinical sciences consist of. The buildings, Your Excellency, are facilities. The buildings and facilities are designed to accommodate a minimum of 1,000 medical students running years 4, 5, and 6. We therefore request from the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria an upward review of the students' quota intake to avoid the facilities being underutilized when there are many qualified students seeking admission. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me say a few words concerning the pathology building. That is another 4-story building with 2 lifts. The project had a few challenges, one of which was the problem of land space within the tight River State University Teaching Hospital site to take the massive building. The redesigning of it to fit in caused some delays. The latest information received by the Acting Director of Fiscal Planning is that the contractor has attained 75% in the job. However, 100% of the furniture and medical equipment procured by the university for that facility are in warehouses in Port Harcourt. It is hoped that the building will be commissioned in a couple of months. At this point, let me commend Jaftan Ultimate Limited and Saidcraft Project Limited, the 2 companies that respectively handle the construction of these faculty buildings for basic clinical sciences and clinical sciences. They delivered quality jobs in about 17 months. The university management was all the time piling up pressure on them, and yet they never gave us any issue or concern. Thank you for your quality delivery. In like manner, I commend the 2 companies that respectively supplied the furniture and medical equipment, namely Platform Express Resources Limited and Suda Belts Medical Company Limited. Those companies discharged themselves in the delivery and installation of furniture and medical equipment, maintaining world standard and best practices. I want to thank the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Nlerum Okobule, Fellow, Chartered Institute of Arbitrators, and his management team who tirelessly supervised the execution of these projects and putting the Acting Director, Fiscal Planning, Architect Dr. Kelechukwu Dimpa, on his toes all the time. Let me also commend the Council Management Supervising Team, made up of Dr. Nnamdi Akane as Chairman and Professor Idike, a mechanical engineer, and Engineer Akobo, a structural engineer, for their dedicated supervision. It is on record that Dr. Nnamdi Akane was, at times, asked to visit the sites, even on Sundays, to ensure the jobs were in progress. Finally, I want to commend the Provost of the College of Medical Sciences, Professor Chitru Oluwene, the Chief Medical Director of River State University Teaching Hospital, Dr. Friday Aaron, and the deans of the faculties in the College of Medical Sciences who made professional inputs towards the achievement of this goal. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Governor Wike has made all of us proud once more in these deliveries. I venture to say that it is the greatest privilege of our College of Medical Sciences, and indeed our university, to be the beneficiaries of these high-impact medical school complexes with the full complement of furniture and medical equipment at this time of profound economic challenges in the country. His Excellency Nyesom Ezenwa Wike, the very great benefactor of this university, has brought with passion very many significant and enduring changes in infrastructure and manpower development to this university. He is a leader full of activism and hard work. He is impeccably laced with befitting dignity. How else can a chief executive put himself in the national social consciousness? That was why the federal government of Nigeria recently honored him by conferring on him the prestigious Nigerian Excellence Award in Public Service. This 13th Governing Council, the management, and entire River State University community are profoundly grateful to him. Thank you all, and God bless you.
He may do many ways, na so he be, oh. He may do many ways. He may do many ways, na so he be, oh. He may do many ways. He may do many ways, na so he be, oh.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give his speech, may I respectfully invite the Governor of Rivers State, Excellency Wike, CON, GSSRS, Life Bencher.
Wike kumaka nonu ko bezeme hele bouncer.
I think you're blocking people there. Even you too. You're blocking people. Our special guest of honor, the chairman of Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, Professor Abba Hassan, the Waziri of Mubi, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the Honorable Speaker of the State House of Assembly, the Chairman of People's Democratic Party, the Pro-chancellor and Chancellor, the Pro-chancellor and Chairman Governing Council of Rivers State University, the Vice Chancellor, the Registrar of the Medical and Dental Council, the single senators that are here, particularly Senator John Mbata and Olaka Ogu, members of the State House of Assembly, the Mayor of Port Harcourt and councillors that are here, the Chairman Rivers State Traditional Rulers Council and members of council, particularly the Izapara Rebisi that is here, and members of your council, our dear leaders, management and staff of the Rivers State University, the provost of the medical sciences, pioneer students and other students of this great college, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first of all appreciate and thank our special guest of honor, the Chairman of Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, for accepting to be here with us today to commission the faculties of the clinical sciences and basic clinical sciences in spite of the short notice. On behalf of the government and people of the state, our special guest of honor want to thank you so much for coming to identify with us and the university. Let me say clearly, when I was to run for governorship 2014 to 2015, I had an interactive section with the members of the River State Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, Port Harcourt branch or River State branch at Hotel Presidential. And one of the promises I made to them then was that I was going to establish the medical college in River State University because I couldn't fathom out how a science university will be without medical and all other allied courses. So I gave a promise that I was going to establish the medical college. To the glory of God, today we have a medical college. Let me also thank the Pro-chancellor, Chairman, and the Vice-chancellor and their team for the pressure. When I mean pressure they put on me. In fact, part of my having some high blood pressure sometimes is the pressure from the Pro-chancellor and the Vice-chancellor. I've never seen people, when they want something for university, they will make sure from morning till night. Even when I say, let me travel for my holiday, their text messages and phone calls will still be coming in. Of course, that's what's expected of leadership who want to achieve something for the institution or organization they work for. I know when the registrar came with the members of his council. And they were insisting that these are the conditions if we can make commitment just like the Pro-chancellor said. And I said to them, you don't need that commitment, just believe it will happen. I'm not going to sign anything. Just go home. Before you come back, the Pro-chancellor would have told you what we have done. And so I called the Pro-chancellor. I said, well, how much is it going to take to establish all this, equip them, the pathology department, the basic clinical science and the clinical science? And they told me, and I don't want to, since they didn't say the amount, let me not say the amount, because they all dodged the amount, so me too, I will dodge the amount. But I remember that particular day I gave them this money. It was shocking to the entire country how a government can release money 100%, not only to build this, also the campuses, the 3 campuses, Emohua, Ahoda, and Eche. And all those campuses were all flagged off the same year time with Dix. And all those campuses, we have finished building them. It has been commissioned. And again, they came back for the quarters of the lecturers. As I speak to you, they help all the University Main Campus, the Ahoda Main Campus, the Emboha Main Campus, and they check them. I have paid 100% for the staff quarters to all the contractors. I paid 100%. And if you check, we flagged off this project June last year. We flagged off the one of the cancer center July last year. We flagged off the campus, the outside campuses, June, July last year. All the projects were commissioning lots. For example, the flyover tomorrow, the flyover Thursday, the law school on Friday. All these projects were flagged up within July last year, and all have been completed. All have been completed. What does that tell you? That's why when I came in here, I saw these buildings, I felt so bad. And I thank the chairman of NMA who said this project was not done by us. But government is a continuum. You see, if you don't have commitment, if you don't believe in what you're doing, it will be difficult for you to finish those things. Now I am being vindicated when I say, look, don't award contract when you know you don't have money. Don't allow pressure to go and award contract you can't fund. What has helped us today is that we don't normally pay money to most of the contractors 10%, 20%. If we don't have money in our account, we will not award the contract. And so every contract we have given 70%. There is no variation, because no contractor will come and tell me after giving you 70% there will be variation. No. And that tells us that is why at the national level, the problem we're having is that, and through the National Assembly, which is most unfortunate, very important projects. Take, for example, the Cancer Center we commissioned yesterday, Dr. Peter Lee Cancer and Cardiovascular Center. That center cost us 25.9 billion. And we're not owing a dime. We paid Julius Berger 80% upfront. And they completed it within record time. Now, if it was National Assembly, a project that will cost 25.9 billion, they will include for this year's budget 500 million naira. And then you can now imagine what will happen. For a project of almost 26 billion, you are putting in the budget 500 million naira. In essence, in 20 years, there will be variation upon variation upon variation upon variation on that particular project. And at the end of the day, the project will be abandoned. With the inflation rate we have in this country today, if I now say let's complete these projects, it will be more expensive than the original cost when it was awarded. But that tells you that, look, we must change our pattern so that we will not be having abandoned projects. We must change our pattern. And that's why I told anybody who cares to hear, by the grace of God, I will not leave any project unfinished. I will make sure all the projects we have started are finished. If they are not finished, maybe 95%, when my successor, similar Fubara and Dr. Ngozi Odo, when they come, they should not use this for their 100 days in office and commission them, because they are part of what we are doing. When I say my successor, you know they will win. It's not a question of, you know they will win. Because our report card is there to show for us. When the period of operation, show your report card. What have you done? I have done this. You promised to bring medical college. Have you brought it? Yes. What is the position of the school today? Accreditation is going on very well. Go to the teaching hospital, the university teaching hospital. You have the best of the equipment. The best of the equipment can talk about. I don't see any teaching hospital in this country today can compare with what you have at River State University Teaching Hospital. I told my commissioner of health when he was going around the cancer center, I said, look, when you were in university, did you see this equipment? He said, sir, the truth is that they just tell us story. I've never witnessed all this. But some of you should be lucky that you are getting the best of the best. We are commissioning the renal center and the house officers' hostel, which have been completed, furnished. But imagine this is my bedroom that a teaching hospital like that since never had a renal center. Go and see the mother and child, gynecology and pediatrics. See the cancer. So those of you who will be using the teaching hospital for your learning, you have nothing to lose. You are getting the best equipment, practical. What you see in overseas is what you are seeing here. So you must count yourself to be lucky that you came at the time when you will not say, we don't have a laboratory, we don't have this, we don't have that. You have everything now. So there will be no excuse for you. All you need to is to concentrate. I thank the Pro-chancellor and the Vice-chancellor that the lecturer didn't go to strike. If they had gone on strike, I would have sacked all of them. No, but because the truth is, if a university has a problem somewhere and you don't have a problem, and I pay you salary, why are you going to have sympathy? When we had problem, our university was short. Did anybody have sympathy with you? You do for me, I do for you. So this period of we being used as, we're in ASU, I agree. We were in ASU when this university was shut down. ASU never went on strike. Did they go on strike? They didn't go on strike because of your school was shut down. And I told the university, when I came, I brought by the lecturers, and I said, listen, you can only go on strike if there's anything between you and the River State government. If you say we are not providing the basic things to run a university, then you can go on strike. But if we are doing that and paying you, so in fact, we are paying the high salary of lecturers. As far as I'm concerned, most lecturers are moving down to your university. So there's no need. And that's why we say, like the medical students are saying, they are lucky. Assuming their teachers went on strike, what would have happened to you by now? So we thank God that we have a management who is very proactive, management that cares for the students and staff, and that's why they are getting everything they want to get. You talked about the School of Nursing. I have reached 50%. You are just telling me here today that you have gone far, you need to have 50%. Write to me and tell me the stage you are now. So don't make it known now as if you have told me before. You have not told me before. Some of you use media to get something. Let me also tell them that's not true. You are just saying here, what you didn't get through the door, you can't get through the window. So you must write to me, just like the Pro-chancellor said, there are 75% in the pathology department, but I paid 100% in that. So VC, do your work well. Don't come and carry your problems and put on my head. You know, so please, if I go back and see I see that you have written and attack the pictures, what is the problem? Having released 50%, the contractor ought to have reached 70%. But I pray that we'll commission that project before we leave. Now, the medical students have asked, and I just said it, I asked the Pro-chancellor, they told me that that is the hostel there. That is the hostel for the medical students. But you know, I'm not a medical doctor, I'm a lawyer. That's my profession. Don't be competing with us. Don't be competing with us. When you have your own governor, then you can do everything. But the way you are doing now, as if you want to rub shoulders with the legal profession. But I have no choice. Who am I? I can assure you in the next 2 months, we'll complete this hostel.
Yes, we can
because the university has a lot of things they are doing. The Commissioner for Special Projects, as we live here, go there, look at what is remaining, how much it will cost us so that we can do it immediately. The Vice Chancellor, I've been here 3 or 4 times, unknown. Sometimes I come in the night. I want to appeal to you. Make sure the pathology department, we must commission it latest January. And that your broken record, what I mean your broken record is that is the only one that will not finish as we stated. Even though you have said design, design, design. But of course, people will know the extent of the land before you did design. So it is not our own fault, it is your own fault. So please, whatever project we're doing, close mark those who do the design, make sure you don't come back to say you had a problem as against the design. Each time I pass there, I see the building going on. So I asked, they said, you told me it's for pathology department. So please, 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 let the contractor hasten up to make sure that we finish those projects. So, Mr. Chairman, I thank you so much for what you've done for us and for what you continue to do for us. God will continue to bless you, the registrar and members of the council. I was told they came for some accreditation. You know, what do you do? The accreditation, you can see the accreditation here. You don't need to worry yourself now. The school has already accredited itself. So you can now go, just write it there, that we have given a 100% accreditation. So you don't need again to begin to go to work from one place to the other. Seeing this, believing. So I thank you. And let me assure you, when I sit down with the university management, I hear General 1 is supposed to be the orthopedic department. But what I found out, and which is correct, that we build hospitals as if they are mere houses. That's what I found out. I got this experience in Mother and Child Hospital, and that was why we had a lot of just awarded it, brought somebody who, you know, you are building 3-bedroom flat, 4-bedroom flat. Hospital had a different design. I got to know about this as we are building the cancer center. Go to that place and see what is called a hospital. Designed with the manufacturers of the equipment. As they are working, the manufacturers are also there working, telling them what to do. So you will see any, I can tell you now, if you go to that automotive department, if we award it now, you will see brake. They will be braking everywhere. And that is not the way it's supposed to be. So from onset, it must be designed with the type of equipment that you require. And those who supply the equipment, the manufacturer will also be there. So we will not be spending this money that you come, you build, then some other person come to do the furnish the equipment. It becomes a problem. And that's why I was happy with you when you started building here. I said, make sure the equipment, those who supply the equipment or furnish it, must be part of the building, so I won't have any process. Go to dental maxillo. and the ENT, ear, nose, and throat. So we will be able to dig on of areas for your housemanship and the rest of it. Go and see the Castle Harrison Hospital. Go and see what we're doing. By the grace of God, by December this year, all those projects would have been finished, and then they become part of the teaching hospital of the Rivers State University. And I stand for anybody to challenge us that what we have said is not correct. So on behalf of the government and people of the state, Mr. Chairman, I invite you to come and talk to your students and then commission these projects to the glory of God. Thank you and God bless you.
We go, my governor. Yes, sir, we go, yes, sir, we go. Yes, sir, we go, my governor. For the hospital you build, oh. Yes, sir, we go, my governor. Yes, sir, we go, yes, sir, we go. Yes, sir, we go, my governor. We go, here go, we go. Here we go, here go, we go. For the good things you they do, and we want to go. Here we go, here go, we go. Here we go, here go, we go. Here we go, here go, we go.
His Excellency Chief Barrister Weze Wike, Commander of the Order of Nigeria, GSSRS, POS Africa Life Venture, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, our own Deputy Governor, Dr. Harry Benigo, members of the National Assembly, High Chiefs here present, Chairman, PDP, Mr. Desmond Akawo, the gentleman who facilitated our acquiring our land here as a zonal office for the Medical and Dental Council, members of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Commissioner for Health and Education, and other members of the Executive Council, Registrar Medical and Dental Council and his accreditation team, Pro-chancellor of the University, Vice Chancellor, Provost of the College of Medical Sciences, President of the Nigeria Medical Association and Chairman of the River State branch of the NMA, other distinguished here, please, who I have not mentioned by name, I adopt the protocol. Gentlemen and ladies of the press, I wish first to congratulate His Excellency on the latest recognition and award by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, Commander-in-Chief, Nigerian Armed Forces, for recognizing him in infrastructure delivery and affirmation of excellence in governance among the 36 governors. Somebody mentioned earlier that he was the talk of the town. I think he is the talk of the country. I'm privileged to be invited on this occasion to commission one of the projects in health sector among several projects that had been commissioned so far. For us in the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria as regulator in training and practice of medicine and dentistry, we wish to know to his satisfaction the developments so far done in this sector by your government. Healthcare training and services is anchored on a tripod consisting of personnel, infrastructure, and equipment procurement. His Excellency's government has invested satisfactorily in this entire tripod, starting by development of power in the health sector. This has given a foundation to sustain the investment in the infrastructure and equipment procurement. It will also provide opportunity for research and invention. I learned that over 300 medical and staff had been trained and are being paid regularly, higher than any government, including the federal government. This will certainly help to forestall the cancerous brain drain in this sector. Your government, as of yesterday, commissioned a cardiovascular stroke cancer center named after a distinguished elder and medical practitioner and politician, Dr. Peter Odili. Furthermore, other projects we have seen included the Mother and Child Hospital. The project to be commissioned today is another area where is deficiency in several medical and dental training institutions, which is responsible for many of our young Nigerians living to travel abroad for medical and dental education. Medical and Dental Council Nigeria, on its part, as a regulator, need no Nigerian to go abroad for training if there are adequate facilities within the country. This database had been put by your government again, certainly provide facility for high-quality medical and dental training for indigents, not only of the river states, but for Nigeria. You have already trained and retained high-caliber personnel led by a competent provost. Your Excellency, this approach of provision of qualified personnel, high-quality infrastructure, excellent equipment will certainly address the issue of brain drain, help in retaining Nigerians to be trained in the country, and provide the much required clinical services to forestall medical tourism. In addition, research in the various fields of medicine will be readily available. I hope the postgraduate medical college will come and see these facilities for the purpose of training and research. On behalf of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, I wish once more to congratulate you and pray that your successor will maintain this investment you have made, not only for Rivers people, but for Nigeria. And I also hope other governors will emulate this tremendous milestone development. This has to start by the very foundation you started, with giving scholarships for students to be trained within the country, like the one in Pamo University, which is still continuing. In conclusion, I congratulate you and indeed people of River State for getting somebody like you to give these services, and pray that they have someone to sustain this. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Yes, so we get, yes, so we get, yes, so we get my governor. Mr. Project, yes, so we get, yes, so we get my governor. Yes, so we get, yes, so we get, yes, so we get my governor. Mr. Project, yes, so we get, yes, so we get my governor. Yes, so we get, yes, so we get, yes, so we get my governor. Mr. Project, yes, so we get, yes, so we get my governor. Lo 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 lo, cho 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 cho, hi 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 hi. Is here fast now. Yes, we can number one. Yes, we can number one. Yes, we get 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 number one. This that project number one. Yes, we get number one. Aye.
Hunda, the mayor of Port Harcourt City local government.
Now, this project has just been commissioned today, so tell me what you think about it.
The project that has just been commissioned is a project constructed by His Excellency Nyesom Ezon Wike, and this is a clear demonstration of the love he has for education. Our governor is a governor that is known for his developmental strides. He has been able to invest in all facets of the economy in Rivers State. And this project, it shows that he is interested in human capital development. The Faculty of Clinical Sciences building that is being commissioned is for the betterment and interest of students in College of Medical Sciences in the Rivers State University. So we thank him for citing this project and for also remembering that there is need for the development of students in this faculty.
Right, now, specifically speaking, what impacts do you think this is going to have on the health sector and education sector of Rivers State in particular and Nigeria in general?
Of course, like I said, the essence of this project, which His Excellency has just commissioned, is for human capital development. The students in the College of Medical Sciences will now have a comfortable accommodation for their learning, which will, of course, will improve their productivity, which will add to an improvement in the health sector. By the time they graduate as students from this College of Medical Sciences, they will be able to put in their best, having been able to learn in a very comfortable environment and a school where all the facilities that is required for their discipline has been provided.
Now, what's your message to the those who will be put in charge of managing this facility, be it the school, be it the Rivers State University? What message do you have for them, or what would you like to tell them now that this project has been inaugurated and is ready for use?
Well, I will encourage and advise the university management to ensure that there is adequate and proper maintenance of this facility. They should not allow the facility to decay, so that the essence and the purpose of constructing this facility will not be defeated.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your time.
Over this commissioning at the instance of the administration of Governor Nyesom Wike, who is seen there with the
Campaign to voting, from debates to policy decisions, big events happen to engage us in constant conversation.
That's what we're looking for. Not some people who are talking about ethnicity. No.
Who is on your mind?
Don't worry.
Join me every day on Politics Tonight, where we dissect issues that shape our political destiny. Politics.
You know, even in a beer parlor, there is some level of sanity. And a drunk man will say something and people will dismiss it and say, no, no, no. But in the social media forum now, it has become something everybody, because there is no regulation and all that. What this has shown us is that as journalists, as reporters, as gatekeepers, we must be very, very careful. I always tell my students that, look, your news must be timely. But at the same time, when it is timely, you have to be conscious. For every information you get, the first thing a journalist must have is that sense of doubt. Even me, as your lecturer, if I tell you something, you must have some level of doubt in the authenticity of what I'm telling you. When this statement came, as you have said, Okoye is a very, very accessible man, no matter how late. They could have got back to him that, we got a statement signed by you. Is it really true? Because this is a very, very important matter.
The document was forged.
And the truth of the matter is that, is it that you want to say, oh, I first saw it on so-so-so TV, that's why it becomes... No, 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 no. Sometimes it leads to the downfall of such. We all remember there was this lady, James Cook, in the US in the 70s, 80s, who wrote a story about a boy who was a drug addict and all that, and she got the Pulitzer Prize. The Pulitzer Prize is the biggest prize in journalism in the US. Months down the line, it was discovered that the whole series of stories were lies. She had to pay dearly for it. The medium that published it also had a lot of struggle before it could get over it. So in our way of rushing to publish the news, no matter what, there must be that caution in your mind, especially when it involves such sensitive matters, and at this time.
The NBC willed at the big stick. The station was fined, and the decision even went ahead to even sanction one of its deputy director of news.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the TV stations definitely have a lot of professionals who I think will be embarrassed, by what actually happened. The lesson is that you must not allow political profiteers to take over the media space. The ombudsman must always be on alert. They must watch out for journalists who want to use the medium for parochial, to promote their own parochial profit or their own personal gains. So I believe that there are a lot of professional journalists who are in that media institution, and I'm sure they were, embarrassed by what happened. And I hope they are going to do the needful by ensuring that this kind of thing does not happen again. Because there's what is called dictatorship with the public. After some time, people will no longer watch your TV because they know that, you just give them lies and lies all the time. And before you know it, that media institution may collapse.
We have you
have examples all over the what has sustained Punch and Guardian and Vanguard is credibility. Credibility over years, since 1970s. So if you just come out and think you can feast on lies and propaganda, the time will be very short for you to live.
Moving on. The disputed Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District ticket of the All Progressive Congress, APC, is still up for grabs. The Court of Appeal, sitting in Abuja, has set aside the judgment of the Federal High Court, Abuja, and disqualified Goodwill Akpabio as the APC candidate for the zone. In the judgment read by Justice Danlami Sanchi, the three-man panel held that Akpabio failed to file a proof of argument within the time provided by the rules. The appellate court further ruled that Akpabio, being a presidential aspirant of APC, could not participate in the valid primary of the party held on the 27th of May and monitored by the Independent National Electoral Commission, which produced Udom Ekpodom as a candidate. Gentlemen, I don't know what Akpabio wants. Definitely, this used to be a two-time governor of Akwa Ibom State, and he went ahead, he served in the Senate, and after he served this administration as the Minister of Niger Delta, and every election cycle. Now, he even attempted to run for the presidency under the All Progressive Congress. He stepped down for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Again, he wanted to go back to his constituency to represent that senatorial district that has always been in contention.
Well, stepping down is a face-saving measure, but let's leave that apart. We remember clearly that this same person contested a senatorial election after and he lost.
Yes.
So, coming again, I mean, it's just a way of modeling up the waters. And was it last week or 2 weeks ago I was here, we were discussing this. These are the kind of characters that are making the work of the INEC very difficult. I mean, at this point in time, when campaigns should be at the highest point, and when INEC should be preparing for